Hey, what's going on everybody? Dave back again, and for today's video, as you can see, we have the Ingram 2 Patlabor. And, sorry, been a long day. Now I know a lot of people have been wanting to see the new one, the 48th scale, I believe. It's right behind me. But we're going to do this one first. This is the original one that came out. And this is from the Patlabor, the movie number 3. You can see it says up there. Actually, 2002. Let's see here. We've got some information over on this side. What is it? The PC21C Patlabor 2001 official code, production code, use against labor crime, manufacturer, let's see, commencement of sales, April 1998, specifications, you've got all the different sizes of the weapons that ends up coming with, and I'm looking at this, and I don't think I actually looked over this, standard equipment, 37 millimeter revolver cannon. That thing would be freaking huge. 90 millimeter riot gun, stick gun, and let's see, stick gun for against laborers. Now this one is a little bit different. It comes with a lot of special goodies. I forgot how cool this kit actually is until you actually get into it and start opening it. And you can see it's got the Patlabor flash unit. So yes, it does actually have electronics for the lights in the shoulders. So let's see, let's get over, you got on this side, I'm hoping there's not too much glare. I'm trying to do it where it's kind of hard since I've got lights on both sides of me. You've got a front view, back view, the head unit, you've got the cockpit. This is in 1/35th scale also, so it is actually bigger than the new one that came out. You've got the pilot, picture of the hands, you've got a picture of the electronics on here, which I'll show you guys, and as you can see from here, it does light up. Picture of the weapons. I'm sure that's too close to see. You've got showing the decals, different poses that you can end up getting on there. So that's the box itself. Again, this is a master grade kit. There are several runners that come with it. Give me a couple seconds. Let me flip the camera into a correct position. We'll go over the instructions and then go over the runners. So I will be right back. Alright, so here we are back with the instructions. One of the things I forgot to say in the introduction is I'd like to thank Hobby Wave for this and some of the others that I have. They usually have some of this older stuff and then the newer ones in stock. So definitely go over and check them out over at hobbywave.com. You know, they have more than just Gundam stuff over there. Especially if it's Bandai, you know, it's there. Going over the instruction sheet. Now, and also keep in mind, this isn't mine. This is on loan. So, I know I'm going to get a question of what happened to the corner of the instruction booklet here. Some of the parts and accessories, the electronics kit, comes in this little box, and there's actually a sticky on here. And instead of being stuck inside of the box, it was actually stuck to the instruction booklet. So I actually had to do some finagling and to get that off. Wasn't exactly easy. So you've got on the front cover here, you've got the Police 2 symbol, Ingram 2, Patlabor flash unit, and I think they did another one that didn't have the lighting in there. But, you know, if you have a choice between lights and no lights, get the one with lights. Alright. So going over, try and iron that out. I might actually hit that with the iron to flatten it out. You've got some specs, you've got some, you know, artwork of different ones. This one looks actually a lot like Barrios, which I really like that design. So you've got some storyline in here. You know, if you can read Japanese, then good for you. I can't. You've got, I'm thinking that this is showing ahead of time. Oh, it's just giving you specs and stuff on where things are. It's not for the decals itself. So it just get like number 38. I'm sure it's telling you your revolving barrel, you know, the different types of alloys, things like that. Main police labor project. And again, I know I've said in other videos, I will never understand why things like this, like front view, side view, rear quarter view, but everything else is in Japanese. This is in English, everything else is in Japanese. So all the headers are in English, but everything's in Japanese. I'll never understand why they do that. It would be awesome if someday they actually made for, you know, kits coming to the States, or even doubled up on the size of the, where you had it in Japanese and in English, because it'd be really interesting, you know, to sit down and read. You'll go over the runner pages. It does come with screws. That's why it's telling you, you know, what to use, what not to use. The LED unit. So starting out, as usual, we'll just go flip through on the instructions here. Let you guys get a look at that. As usual with Bandai, you know, kits, you've got the center page that's showing you, you know, your paint colors to use, some poses, I'm sure some more storyline, showing you the RoboCop leg, where you can store the gun in there. It does not look like a difficult build, but it looks like it's a fun build to do. Speaking of fun builds, you know, perfect grade unicorn is coming finally. I've been touting for several years actually, and no, it's not going to come out. Well, it's kind of a cash cow. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner, but you know, how many different units can they make with one frame and basically one unit, just with some add-ons and stuff? Yeah. So here you have the cockpit assembly. Going into the torso and everything, and then showing you how the lighting system goes in and everything. I don't think I have a battery here to be able to use on that. I'm sorry, guys. You'll have to trust me on that. It looks badass when it's done up. You got your final assembly here. You've got decal placement. And then you've got your back shot. All right, so getting into things, let's go over the runners. Now this one might be a little tricky because you're not going to be able to freaking see it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, this one's dirty and it's probably going to throw off my colors, but all right, so for this one, this is a black runner. It's kind of semi-gloss, but you've got the pistol, the barrel, the other side of the grip, which if you can see it, will go there. Bottom of the feet, top of the feet. This looks like part of the shield, part of the chest unit on here. Moving on to others, get that out of the way. Now on B, this is runner B1, and this is actually a white, like a flat white. So you've got, I think these are leg parts, more leg parts. I think that goes to the shield on there. This is the baton that goes on there. Then next up we have runner B2, which is actually a separate runner, but again in the same white. More of the cockpit. Let's see, I think these are arm parts on here. This looks like a crotch unit on here. Back of the hands. And I believe, I'm not for sure, but I believe this is the same baton, but in its collapsed form. That's what it looks like. Moving on to runner D. This one is in a darker gray. I doubt you guys will probably really be able to see the details really well on there. But it does have a lot of detail. Looks like piping and wiring on some of these. I'm going to assume that these are leg parts that are on here. Look like hip joints on here. Or actually, I think these are shoulder joints because there's the slot for the wiring to go into. Moving on to, what runner is this? Runner E. Same dark gray. These are all frame parts that are on here. You can see you've got some moving joints on here. I think these are for the shoulders. Moving on to F1. Again, same gray. You've got the seat for the pilot. Some more movable, looks like movable parts on here. And this one we've got is runner H. So again, if you remember, I said this is 1/35th scale. So you've got the pilot, and then I'm not sure if this is the mechanic or this is just basically like street cop, female on here, male, female. You've got the hands on here. You've got separate ones. You've got either like the open relaxed hands, or you've got these hands that actually have like fingers, master grade style fingers, thumb, index finger for holding the guns and things. Next up, we have runner I, which is identical to each other. And this looks like a kneecap here, and this looks like a foot plate. So you get two of those. Runner L, let's see, in the white. So yeah, there's a lot of white and gray to this guy. You know, you've got more parts. Faceplate up on here. Let's see here. Runner M. You get what looks like the shotgun. Top of the head. I'm not sure what those go to. Looks like the pump action for the shotgun. Looks like a barrel right there. And let's see here. Now this one is runner PS. This is the clear parts. You get the faceplate. This looks like the visor unit, and then there's a secondary visor unit over here. I'm not exactly sure how those end up going together. And then you've got clear parts for the shoulder units and the various other places on the kit. I'm trying to save the best for last. On this, if you can tell, let's grab this. Okay, so on this, it's actually a clear red, and these are for the shoulder lamps. You get your PC runner, so you can see there's a lot of moving parts, moving joints on here. You've got quite a few on here. One of the cool parts about this kit, this is another, this one's labeled TPE. It is a flexible. All the pieces on here are flexible, and these are the joints that you'll see on there. So you get like knee joints, there's wrists, this one's torso, I'm pretty sure, elbow joints, shoulder joints, forearm joints. So these actually flex with the kit. That's very cool. Now these can be a real pain in the rear to paint if you're painting them, just because some chemicals that you end up using on them, especially if you use like a lacquer, one will make them brittle and stiff. Two, you can use acrylics, though, you know, with too much flexing and stuff, it can cause it to flake. They do make flexible paints, but for the most part, I think your best option with these would be probably to leave as is and then just do a good wash, like a black wash or a brown wash, to give all the folds and stuff details, and kind of make them pop. But for the most part, I would probably stay away from actually priming and painting them, because it can cause them to really break down, deteriorate, crack, split, just cause yourself a lot of headaches. You do get a foil decal sheet, and there are some stickers that are in here. They are stickers. I think there's one sheet that are dry transfers that are in here too. You get a packet of screws. You get the shield, the gold shield that goes on his chest. You get a wire. You get another packet of screws and another packet of, well, these are actually screws. These are more like bolts, if you can barely see them in there. And then you get the nuts to the bolts that are in there. And you get a single red wire. You get the back of the backpack part. Now this comes in that box that I was showing you guys. You get that, and then you get this. And it comes in its own like little static bag. But this is the LED unit that goes in there. And I'm wondering, and I'm still trying to like talk louder when I walk across the room because I forget the mic is freaking attached to me. So, and I don't, those are not the same size. I was hoping I have some like watch style batteries for the bigger kits, but I don't have one this size. But this will actually mount on the back like so, and then these get filtered out into the shoulder units. And it's very cool that they did this. And this is something similar that I'm hoping that they're doing with the Perfect Grade Unicorn, because they're talking about that it has the sequence. So, you know, if they could do that with this kit, which came out, what, 10 years ago, if not more, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to do that and keep it in where if, you know, a wire comes loose or something like that, that it doesn't, you know, just fall apart. You know, or the sequence, that's what I'm trying to think of. I was watching Hobby Link TV last night, and they were talking about that, the older kits, PG kits, you know, if one of the LEDs went out or if one of the wires separated, then it broke the connection, and, you know, that pretty much just ruined the whole ordeal. I'm really hoping we don't get that with the Unicorn. I am planning on getting that. I'm going to try and be one of the first ones in North America to review that for you guys. I will be ordering it with the light unit, even though I have gotten into doing a lot of light modifications and stuff, but I will be getting it with the light unit just because curiosity just killed the freaking cat, and I want to see what they ended up doing. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this one. I will be editing this one and uploading, and while that one's doing that, I will be filming and recording the 1/48 scale version of this for the new movie and the new one that just came out. So thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks to Hobby Wave for dropping this by before it goes on to its original owner, and I will talk to you guys all later. Peace out.